Alright, so here's a look at this 26 by 14 Vertex Tour Compact setup featuring the RJM PPC 10, Goodwood audio interfacer, and a bunch of great goodies underneath. Let's check it out. Alright, so starting off on this switcher, what's really great about the PPC series, as I always talk about, is that it's fully customizable. So we have the presets page, bank up and down. These are going between all the different songs that he has to pick from, as well as the mute, which is also a tuner. So he can mute in tuner, or he can unmute. As soon as he mutes the tune, signal is cut, so we don't have to. He can roll down on the volume if he wants, or he can click just that. Switches right here. It's clicking one time takes us to the switches page, which is basically our MIDI pages. So it'll do up and down for the top row, bottom row is down. So up is the top, bottom is down. So if you can look at the big sky, top. So he can go and really customize which presets he wants, delays, gravitas, all that stuff, as well as a BPM. They can send MIDI clock to the Juliana if he wants, or he can tap it in. But this connecting it allows the unit to send a clock to this guy, which is super awesome. Moving on, we're gonna hit this loops one time. It goes back to home instantly. Hit it again, takes us to the loop pages. Everything's labeled, which is great. Mercury 7 is post RJM for swells and everything, so you can just step on it and activate it. Loop 1 is going to be the Prism, and here's how it sounds. Alright, so that was the Jackson Audio Prism, which is right here. Set real straightforward, first in the chain preamp. Let's move on to the Jackson Audio Bloom now. Now we're going to move on to the Genray VEMURAM overdrive. I love that pedal. It's such a great pedal. Moving on, we have the Protein by Brown amplification. This is the left side, so it'll be this side right here. And now moving on to the right side, which is the green side of the Protein. Awesome. So moving on from there, we also have the Micropog from Electro Harmonics, and here's how it sounds. The best thing about this switcher is that all of the buttons can be rearranged. So up here on the second row of pedals, which is more of the bridge pedals, this is going to be the big sky. And I correlate the colors as close as I can. Yellow, for whatever reason, I've always correlated yellow with the timeline. Don't quite understand why, but I have. Then we got the Juliana, which is right here, as well as the Gravitas, which is here. Here's how the Gravitas sounds. Onto the Juliana. Alright, so the Strymon, Timeline, Big Sky, and Juliana are all in stereo, as well as Mercury 7 post. here's how the timeline sounds with some ping pongs. So if you have some headphones, throw them on. Here we go. Love that delay. And not to mention the Big Sky Nimbus sound, which is the ambient sound. So here's how the Mercury 7 is set for the swell. Basically, all he has to do is step on it. It activates the swell side of his Mercury 7 for easy access to some swells. Here we go. Awesome. So the great thing about this unit is that there's a lot of stuff going on, but it's easily accessible. We have a MIDI box, a conduit underneath the protein. So the protein is raised up. Conduit is underneath. Whoever needs to get to it, we can change out settings. Everything is individually powered. Nothing is sharing power. One thing I want to mention is the Goodwood audio interfacer. He needed to do summing and stereo. So here's what it sounds like in stereo mode. And then if you hold down the foot switch, you'll see right here, when you hold it, the LED will change and you'll hear it click. And now here it is in dual mono mode. And then back to stereo mode. And you can play and you can mute it and you're all set. Ground phase sum, which is amazing on this box. Volume in the volume effects loop of the PBC6X, all powered by Strymon Zuma and Ojai. We'll talk over how to build a preset next, which is really simple. All right, so building a preset is super simple. I have a few steps that I always tell people to use. So one, pick a preset. So I say one. We're going to go to number one, preset one. We are going to tap the loops, go to the loops, pick what we want on. So I definitely want the timeline and Big Sky on. Those are the two I want on. And then maybe you want the Prism, something really simple sounding. Doesn't have to be crazy. Then all you're going to do is hit the loop switch again. Now you're going to go to your MIDI page and you're going to select what MIDI devices presets you want. So like me, I'm going to want this one to be like a swell. So I'm going to do the Nimbus, okay? And then, yeah, so we'll do Nimbus. And then we'll go over here and we'll pick like a really simple digital delay. And that's all we want. Hold this down for 2 seconds. It says stored. Go back to home and you can play. And this is what it will sound like. What's great about this is that you have preset songs and setlist video, which I'll link right here. And there you can actually click on that and watch a whole video on how to build preset songs and setlists in the editor. It's really straightforward. It allows you to name all of your presets, makes it easier for when you're playing, whatever you're doing, to drag and drop and get to playing. Less programming, more playing. In the beginning, there's going to be some, setup time required, which is perfectly fine, but the more you do it, the more you can play. Another great thing is that if you're not comfortable with presets right away, you can just live in this loops page mode and just turn on different pedals that you want at the time. And that's it. Have a good one. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions on this board or any of our other boards that we've posted, please comment below, like, and subscribe for more content. If you have any requests for any certain demos or tutorials, feel free to email us or shoot us an Instagram message or comment below, and we'll be able to chat with you and get something going and post it. Awesome. See you guys.